You've probably already seen videos where tortoises are set up to stand in front of objects with different colors, most commonly black and white, and then you see them react aggressively towards black colors.
Those racist
No, they're not racist. Now, why do they do that? They perceive black colors as a predator or a threat. Charles, that is not what I meant. Charles! Now listen, Charles. This happens not only to black, but any overly dark color, right?
Whatever.
Studies show that after presenting them with dark objects, their level of adrenaline and cortisol hormones were found to be abnormally high. And that is because black or dark is not a typical natural color in nature unless it's a predator, and it so happens that two of their natural predators are actually black, and those being snakes and ravens or crows. But don't worry, champ, we're not black or dark, that's just what people call us, but tortoises don't. I mean, you know, it's a fair judgment when something that lives by instinct uses logic. As a matter of fact, they attack black shoes more often than they attack any other black object because they associate the shape of the shoe to crows and ravens. The same way they mistake black tapes for snakes. They can memorize and hold a grudge against things that give them a bad experience. Let's say, for example, you own a pet tortoise and then you keep cuddling, interacting, and picking it up excessively throughout the day or week. What happens next is that it'll keep ramming against your feet whenever it senses your presence. It's just trying to get you to not interact with it. When that happens, the solution is simple and is leaving it alone for a few days so that it can restore its social space. The ramming thing does not only happen when they're pissed, no. It also happens when they're trying to amuse themselves, when they're bored and there's nothing interesting for them to explore. So they're just gonna naturally go out there and start ramming things and headbutt even other tortoises if possible, but that's just for fun. Which is why it's important for you to put them in a place where there are things for them to explore. Now, I think that's fair enough for the two of us and everyone else out there who thought tortoises were racist. So you're probably thinking,
what in the freak goddamn universal planet is that?
Good sarcasm, huh? Oh, yeah, this is a sarcastic French head. Probably not the sarcastic you're thinking about. This guy is a living contradiction. He lives in salt water and can grow to about a feet. They like hiding inside shells or crevices and sometimes even in man-made objects like soda cans. Cut it short, that's a real estate. Males are known for being the guardians of the eggs when the females spawn. And during squid spawning, they feast on large numbers of squid eggs. These freaks are pretty aggressive and territorial, which is where the contradiction kicks in, because that mouth display you saw there was not of sarcasm. That is a display of territorialism and dominance. Males will display dominance by kissing each other. In other words, they will wrestle by pressing their distended mouths against each other. The first one to bite the other one's head gets the crown, as it's proof that it's a bigger male and will establish dominance. For a small fish, they got a big attitude. So this is an ant, and at the same time it's not an ant. Well, an ant because its name carries ant in it. And it's not an ant because it's actually a wasp. These little guys are not rare, people just don't know a lot about them, and there's a lot of them across the United States. They don't actually grow bigger than the tip of a human finger, and the females are larger than the males. And it's crazy that females and males have distinctive features that you may actually mistake them for different insects. Males have wings, which of course they use to fly, and females don't, but they have stings which males don't have. Females have light colors that can vary from white to pale yellow. Males have dark aposematism coloration, which basically means,
look at me, I look dangerous, and if you dare touch me, nothing will happen, but I do still look dangerous.
That's against, of course, predators. The common name cow killer was probably given by a person who was drunk and was stung by it and was like,
oh my god, I got stung by a velvet ant. This is so painful. It can definitely kill a cow.
Because I don't think a person in the right mind would actually give a creature a title they did not even earn. Unlike many insects that usually have a social life, these guys just prefer to have a solitary lifestyle. The males stay really close to the ground looking for females to mate, and once they mate, the females lay their eggs inside wasp and bee larvae, which actually serve as a host. Once the eggs hatch, the offspring live as parasites inside their host until they're adults, which takes about 2 days. And upon reaching adulthood, they abandon the host and continue the cycle. And now you might be asking yourself, if males and females are completely different and they're solitary, how do the males know that they found their females and not something else? Well, the short answer is pheromones. It is worth mentioning that velvet ants have a strong outer shell that protects them from being crushed. In fact, a study showed that it took 11 times more pressure to crush them than it took to crush a honeybee. The fact that these furry balls have many defense mechanisms does not mean that they always escape from predators. In fact, some of their predators include lizards, toads, and even moles. Well, I guess even the most capable ones are part of the food chain. Well, sorry for any mistake I made. I'm African and English is my second language. But I'm honored and pleased to be here speaking to you in your native language.
Subscribe because we got a lot more fun coming. Put on your seatbelts and let's take the ride. And I'll see y'all later.